Comments made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
The Denver Broncos know exactly what they wanted when they acquired Russell Wilson. They wanted to bring in a quarterback who was durable, consistent, and a proven winner to take a talented roster back to the postseason.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Just one snap in the corner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed the offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against...
And he fires one that's intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 40. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a third and long after that sack. They'll set up a throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, and he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offensive coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Davante Adams. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And touchdown reception. Washington now brings this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on first down.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's back. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Jerry Jeudy took a step back from his rookie numbers in 2021 while battling an ankle injury throughout the season. But definitely hoping the arrival of Russell Wilson can help him reach his ceiling as a former 15th overall pick. Jeudy came through there with a chain-moving catch.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. This is Gordon as they go to him again.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
In any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one right on the line of scrimmage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Second quarter from Vegas, the home-standing Raiders with a football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now this time, Carr will throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Carr going to go on fourth down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now Gordon on 1st down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 37. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side of their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Carr now on 1st down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Randy Gregory coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. After the sack on 1st down. Carr under pressure, and they got to him again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6th there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy with what they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Washington now brings this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Wilson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On the slant, completes to Sutton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Now Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Gordon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to go. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for
touchdown Broncos. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam from 21 yards away. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. The quick slant caught. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Here's Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all. They decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing on first down is Carr. Incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throwing now is Carr. This is screen to Abdullah. Touchdown! Touchdown ground. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now Carr. That's caught, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Here's Carr. It's complete. Abdullah. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Carr to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Carr, got to have this one. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing his Carr. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They take a shot downfield there, but it lines up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picking it 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have had, he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
What a finish.